When you walk down the streets these days, everybody's plugged in. Earbuds, earphones, listening to their own music on their own phone conversations. There was a time when you could walk down those same streets, whether it be in your city, in your neighborhood, and people would actually interact. They would say things like, hi, hello, how are you, good evening. Some would actually even hug it out. Nowadays, I would just settle for a head nod. We are losing our ability for interpersonal communication. And as a people, at our core, we have a need, we have a yearning for that emotional fulfillment. 94% of all communication is nonverbal. As people, we are hardwired. We're preconditioned to recognize facial expressions, nuance, cadence, tone. At the end of the day, we are human beings. We are not pieces of paper. We are not platforms. We are not digital screens. You want proof? All right. This might be the most important thing you learn all day. I'm of Hawaiian and Italian descent. There, it's out of the bag. On my Hawaiian side, let me tell you something. If we can't non-verbally communicate, then we can't communicate. On my Hawaiian side, it's all about a big smile and a head nod. Brother, how are you, brother? How the ways, brother? My Italian side, forget about it. And we're talking about Italians from Jersey. My old man, born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. It's the reason I caught a flight from California and came to talk to you here today. My aunts and uncles littered all over Jersey. All these Italians all over the place. And if my aunts and uncles, if they can't non-verbally communicate, if they can't talk with their hands, if they can't gesticulate, then what's the point, huh? What are we talking about here? I have a friend back in New York City, and her daughter was away at college. And they used to communicate on the weekends via text messages. And one particular weekend, my friend, as she always did, reached out to her daughter and said, how are things going? And her daughter, as she always did, immediately texted back and said, things are going fine. And she accompanied that text with an emoji of a big smiley face. And her daughter was also on other social media, Facebook, what have you. Similar type messages. Everything's good in my world, and these emojis of these big smiley faces. Well, as it turns out, my friend's daughter, on that particular weekend, on that Saturday night, she attempted suicide. Yeah, she'd been holed up in her dorm room for 3 consecutive nights, suffering from depression. But who would have known? After all, she sent an emoji of a smiley face, and hey, listen, if we know nothing else, an emoji of a smiley face would never lie. LOL. We need to eyeball and we need to talk to each other. When you eyeball and you talk to somebody, it creates trust. It creates understanding. And when you don't, then we're susceptible to miscommunication. Then we're susceptible to conflict. 2 components that are very relevant in today's world, due in large part to the fact that we no longer effectively communicate.